Okay, now we're live. I was sitting here explaining a bunch of stuff, and then I realized it still never went live, even though I hit it, it didn't come on. So, at any rate, so if you caught the last live, I was inside the Augusta Mall before one of their super security mall cops, and I found a clone store that was run by a couple of Indian guys, and I showed him a picture of it on my phone. And he goes to this shelf, and I mean, he starts digging through this shelf, right? And I was like, "Oh my God, you don't have to disintegrate your store, man. It's cool. You don't have to check if you don't have." No, wait 1 minute, wait. I'm like, I was starting to seriously feel guilty. Like he was annihilating his own place, like just moving shit everywhere and like dropping stuff on the floor. And he finally goes all the way to the back after like 3 minutes of just moving shit. And he goes, "Hit it this." And I went, "No way." So I was, I realized at that moment though, that this guy had me. Okay. There's nothing I could do but purchase this at this point. Like if this guy would have said it was $800, I'd have had to call and get a loan. Like he had me over a barrel. There's no way I could not buy this after everything he went through to find it. But luckily he didn't. Actually, he charged me less than I would have paid had I have bought it online. So I really lucked out. The guy was super nice, and I explained to him, I've been looking for this, at different malls and stuff for years, and it's just impossible. It used to be the Belks carried it, and you could go to any Belk, if not them, Dillard's, J.C. Penney's would sometimes carry it, but now freaking impossible. You just can't find it. So I guess I should probably show you. So this is it. It is very, very impossible to find. It's one of the initial brands that Armani started. And what makes it unique is, well, a lot of things. The smell for one, but this bottle is the only one of its kind that they made that's two-tone like this. Now, the only difference between this bottle and the bigger bottle is the bigger bottle will actually have a black base below this ring, because I have a bigger bottle, but it's in a storage unit that I cannot access. I can access it, but it took me forever to find it. So luckily I was able to get this. So I'm absolutely thrilled that I was able to get this. So that ended up being a super awesome fucking thing to happen. And then I was walking around and I found a place. What was it called? Something like In Dragon or Last Dragon, something like that. And it was a massage place. And I was like, "Oh my God, this is perfect." So I've told you guys many times, I work out using the truck. I don't know if you guys can tell or not, but right behind me here, there we go. There's like a little tassel dangling right here, somewhere right there. Okay. So that tassel actually belongs to a graduation cap from my ex. That was her last graduation, and she gave me the cap. So it is actually mounted up on top of a ladder, which holds it between the bed and the ladder. Well, I'll use that ladder and do pull-ups this way. I will put my feet up under the trailer and grab under the trailer and do pull-ups this way. Well, the last time I did that, I had done a lot more than I normally do. I was trying to push it, and I pinched a nerve in my neck. And since then, it has been a nightmare. Like I can't, if I turn my head or whatever, I'll get shooting pains that go down my arm and will actually make my arm go numb. It's been rough. While I was at the house, I did stop by and see my doctor and talk to him about it. And so he said, "Well, let's try some of these exercises. If it doesn't work, then we'll have to go further." I thought, "Oh, that was pointless." So I thought, man, maybe they could do something. And it's funny because although now I don't feel it here, they feel it here. So they did get it. They just simply managed to move it to the other side. It's not as bad as it was, though, honestly. It's still sore, but it's not near as intense. Like the pain was starting to get really crazy. Like even if I took a deep breath, it would make my arm like go numb at the top of my arm. It's crazy. So it is cool. Wait, you mounted your ex? No, 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 no. Didn't mount my ex. I mounted her graduation cap. That even sounds really bad, but it still sounds better than mounting my ex. So I'll take the second of the lesser evils. So at any rate, so I did that. Well, by the time they were done with 25 minutes, the guy said, "Okay, you all done. You go now." I was like, "No, keep going, keep going. Let's go. Start the timer. I'm not done." Yeah, I was in a happy place that I was not ready to let go of. So he's like, "How much longer?" I was like, "Hour, give me an hour." So he went for a whole hour, and oh my God, man! By the time I was done, I came out of there, and I looked like one of those wind puppets that you see in front of the stores, where they're like, yeah. So when I left there, I was walking out like that, and I was like, "Oh my God." I don't normally get hungry anymore because I've been doing this diet for so long that now if I start to feel like I'm a little hungry, I eat a little something, and then that's pretty much it. I normally it's a once a day thing, but it's the first time in a really long time that like I felt like I was starving, and I don't know if it was just from the mass rush of endorphins because he was doing deep tissue massage, like he had his elbow in there and just trying to loosen my muscles up. And so yeah, I don't know what the deal was, but man, I left starving. So I went to the food court, which I haven't. Dude, I don't remember the last time I went to a food court in the mall. But they had a Mexican restaurant in there, and I was like, you guys have seen me do the Mexican thing, so I had to. So I got some I got a Mexican burrito in a bowl, and it was dope. It was really good. So all in all, yeah, the live got killed, but it ended up being a really great time. I finally found this cologne and got a massage and got some Mexican, and I was actually working earlier a couple hours ago. I was working on a video. I'm working on kind of a spoof video, and so I thought, well, I got time. I'm going to go ahead and do a couple of scenes that I want to get done because I was hoping to use kind of the scenery that I'm at right now. It just kind of worked with what I was trying to do. And I kept getting people going, "Hey, you got a YouTube channel?" There was one lady that pulled up and she actually stopped and talked to me for a little bit. And she ended up subscribing, which was just totally unexpected. But after she had left, there were several other people that were like, "Hey, what are you doing? What are you doing?" So I realized very quickly, like, these scenes were just not going to get shot here. So I think what I'm going to wind up doing is once I get to my next one, if they have an open lot where I can back into the dock or something and just be by myself, I'll try to reshoot some of these scenes because I went through what I was able to shoot, and it's just enough of the scene wasn't shot, so it's just all kind of crap. So I just wiped it out. I'm going to start all over again. But there is a funny video that I'm working on that'll hopefully come up pretty soon. I'm looking forward to it. Oh yeah, Elizabeth Klein, the massage was amazing. This dude was like this big, but when he started massaging like my lower back near like the top of your butt, I was like, ow, okay, ease up, Chinese ninja. You are killing me. Like I had to slow him down because like I thought he was gonna rip my waist off. It was insane. But yeah, man, for somebody that little to have that much power, man, I was just like, holy shit. But it was a great experience, and I needed that. Like I've been, as you know, the past month has been pretty tough. Which kind of leads me into why I wanted to do a live to begin with. After I got the tattoo, I kind of just stopped for a little bit. I needed some time to just do nothing or everything and nothing. I was out all day just driving around. I went to waterfalls with Misty, and that was cool. She actually jumped in the water, which blew my mind. I did not see that coming. She's never done that. She has walked into water, but she's never actually jumped into water. And I don't know if there was something floating by or something that got her attention to make her do that. But I was like, holy shit. And of course, I didn't have my phone on me. It was up in the car. But yeah, that was wild. So we enjoyed the waterfalls. We went to a big lake where she was, oh my God. So this lake isn't very wide, but it's extraordinarily long. Like this lake goes probably halfway through Tennessee. So I'm sure it gets a lot bigger in different areas, but where I was, it just wasn't very wide. But man, that son of a bitch went forever. So she was just running alongside of this creek where we were at, and she'd have to pee every 5 minutes because something else had peed there at one point in time in history. So it's starting to get real cloudy and start looking real ominous. And she at this point has got to be over a half a mile away from me. But we're out all the time. So I don't really worry that she'll go too far, because if she can't see me, she will immediately turn around until she can. So I knew everything was fine. So I'm just sitting there and I'm kind of looking over the water and I'm thinking about Jay and all the shit that happened. And out of out of nowhere it went boom from thunder. And I'm telling you, in like 0.3 seconds, Misty went from like a half a mile to not only me, she passed me and was at the car ready to go. It was like a brown blur. Just I was like, holy shit, that's dope. So yeah, that was crazy. It was funnier than hell. I was laughing my ass off. I was trying to walk to the car and I kept laughing so hard I had to take a minute. Aardvark, Monzi, how are y'all doing? Go Blue, what's up? Yeah, no, not doing the bowling thing again. That's why I chose them all. Although at least the bowling alley didn't give me shit for going live. All I had to do is donate my shoes. So yeah, Honk Tube, that's kind of the thing I wanted to go into. Ray, yes. She has swam, but not at any length. She has the only two places she's ever swam were in water that even at her height, she could still touch the bottom. It was very shallow, but she would go for it and did make it a little ways and then just ended up standing up and walking back or jumping back. So I know she can. She's just not, she hates the ocean. She will not go near the ocean at all, period, hands down. I don't know what. She will do calm lakes, as long as everything's chill. But ocean, never happening. Nice to see you smiling, sending love to you, Missy. Monzi, I appreciate that. Kathy, I see you back, OTR Missy. Yeah, I'm definitely back. I just needed to get my shit together. I've been talking with Corrine quite a bit. As a matter of fact, that talking to her was when, what the hell was it? Thursday night? I think it was Thursday night. Her and I were on the phone for 2 hours and kind of everything hit me all at once. I had already drank like an entire bottle of whiskey and half or 3/4 of a mason jar of moonshine. And yeah, everything hit me all at once. So after that, I was like, I need to get back to work. Everything that I can do here, I've done. And so it was like, it's time. You know, when my daughter died, it was the same situation. I needed some time to just process what the hell was going on without being in a truck or having to deal with loads or traffic. Just leave me the hell alone and give me some time. And, you know, and then once I felt like I had done everything I could do, I left, got back to work, and, you know, I'm able to deal with it from there. But I need that few days alone to just deal with it as I deal with shit. So, I don't know if you guys all saw the tattoo video, but that was one I wanted to share. You know, everybody here was not only here to see me, but a lot of you guys come here to see each other and shoot messages back and forth. A lot of the messages I'll look up and hell, it might be the whole board is like, hey, Larry, hey, Ray, hey, you know, you guys are intermingling, which is cool. That's what the whole damn thing is for anyway. But so it's not just about me. It's about all of us, you know, hanging out and shooting the shit with each other. And Jay was a massive. That was ridiculous. At any rate, Jay was a massive part of that. You know, when Jay came on, it was always, hey, asshole, you know, and I'm going to miss that. Yeah. I mean, other people can say it, but it's not Jay, you know, because when he would type it, I heard his voice in my head saying it, you know, and so it was always awesome. And everybody knew who Jay was, and so he was just a huge part of all of our lives, and that's why I thought there's no way I cannot do this tattoo live and kind of share it with everyone, because it's for everyone, so I've still got the Techoderm on, so I've still got another a little over 2 weeks, 2 weeks, 2 days, something like that, before I can actually take it off. And then right now it just looks like a black blob, so there's really nothing to show. But once that comes off and I get a chance to actually wipe it off, it should look really good. The only thing I've been able to see on it is 4, the number 4, which is at the very end. That's the only part of the tat I can see. Yeah. Enjoyed talking Michigan football with. Yeah, go Blue. That man loved Michigan football. Holy shit. He has his Michigan helmet from when he actually played. By the way, I have my Diet Pepsi with me. Hopefully you've got some with you. Gotta feed the cats, flip laundry, all good. Yeah, no problem, Kim. McGregor, hello. Good to see you. That's how you know he's got a southern drawl somewhere. Can't imagine never see Jay on the panel. Yeah, it's one of the things that's really fucked with me is we would video chat pretty much every single day, every day. Even if it was 2 minutes, 10 minutes, 2 hours, it was always every single day. And even when he was in the hospital, he would call me when he would wake up between breaks, and we would video chat every single day. So I keep having the feeling like he hasn't called. Why hasn't he called me yet? It's like I expect him to call me and be like, oh, I was in the shitter or the shower, or I was thinking about boobs or something. Jay, he was a freak. But yeah, it's weird to think his logo isn't going to pop up anymore. So it's still pretty raw and difficult. But I posted a picture of clouds. I don't know if you got a chance to see it. I was at a Coke plant, and the clouds somehow formed this smiley face, and the rays were coming through the eyes and the mouth. And I swear to God, it was like Jay was looking down and laughing at me. I've never seen anything like it in my life. And it was some of the coolest shit I've ever seen. But yeah, it was immediately what I thought about. Yeah, there's a lot of good memories, Kathy. Yeah, Larry. Yeah, luckily, Larry, speaking of hey fucker, I did talk to Jay 3 days before for about an hour. Yeah, okay, cool. I didn't know that. But speaking of hey fucker, Larry, I actually spoke with Corrine last night and told her that I was going to do a live today probably, and so she wanted me to make sure that I told all of you how much she appreciated the overwhelming amount of support that she got, because once it was out, it was just nonstop. She was getting calls and messages and texts, and so she wanted me to make sure I thanked everybody for all that, and that she really appreciated it. Obviously, it's been exceptionally difficult. She still hasn't got back to work yet, so she's probably going to go back here in the next couple of days, but yeah, it's taking a minute. What year was Jay's Corvette? Airhead, I don't remember. But he had a couple of Corvette jackets that he absolutely loved, and Corrine is going to give me the jackets and some of his hoodies that he loved to wear, which is awesome. I don't know if you guys remember this, but I inadvertently stole his snowmobile jacket. He let me borrow it, and then I took off with it back to the States, and I was like, shit, dude, I've got your snowmobile jacket. And he's like, don't worry about it, just bring it back next time. Well, there went next time. But I have it on the truck with me, And I actually wore it while I was at the house one day when I took a ride because it was chilly. So I was like, come on, Jay, let's go for a ride. And so I did get a chance to wear that. But now I'll have some of his hoodies and his jackets, and that's something I'll treasure. So I'm looking forward to getting up there. I'm going to leave early for my birthday when I go up there to Canada and spend a couple days over at her place. We binge watch videos of Jay's. Oh, did you really? That's awesome, Ray Ray. Jim, do you know if they're going to stream? No, Jim. It was a quick thing. He was gone. His family, his mom and dad jumped in and paid for it and did all the planning and everything, and it was over. She already actually has his ashes back and at the house. I did not like what they put him in, so I told Kareem I'm getting him something better. Let me see if I can pull it up for you. I don't know if I. Oh, there it is. I'll be damned. It's still up here. Hold on a second. Turn the brightness down a little. So I've already bought it, and it'll be at the house March the 5th. But his plaque says "Forever Love Jay's Canadian Garage," and that is a proper place for him to rest. I'm not letting him sit in a fucking cardboard box with a sticker. Fuck that. So it'll be at the house here in a few days, and then when I go up for my birthday, I'm going to take it up there, and we're going to put him in that where he deserves something nice. Actually, no, Larry. Jay and I were the same size, so yeah, his clothes will fit me perfect. Ironically, we both had lost weight, so yeah, most of his stuff should fit me like perfect, which is just a real wild, coincidence, because it is really hard to find clothes that aren't shit my size. I was a 5X and then a 4, and now I'm a 3, but I prefer wearing 4 just because it's more comfortable. But I can wear 3, and Jay was 4 and 3 at the exact same size. So yeah, I'm really looking forward to getting up there and doing that. Jeanette, FJT, what's up, man? How you doing? I appreciate you stopping in. Special K, how you doing? I got your comment on the first absolute fail video. Very classy, just like Jay. Yeah. When I showed it to Kareem, she was blown away. She was like, "Wow." She's she was more upset that I was going to be paying. It's if you've ever bought an urn, these aren't cheap, and this is a completely custom made piece, so it's even more not cheap. But that's not the point. It's Jay. I'm not gonna let him sit in a fucking box with a sticker. I refuse. So when I get up there, we're gonna put him in that. And right now, if you guys remember, I got Jay a Trump hat, and he loved that hat. We were actually on a video chat when I found that hat. I was fueling up at a Pilot, and a lady came up to me with like a stack of hats like this, and she's like, "You want a hat?" And I'm like, "Oh, sure, I'll look at the hats." And she starts scrolling through, and I didn't see anything. And all of a sudden, second to the last hat she rolled through, I saw it, and I was like, "Stop! I got to pull up to get out of this guy's way, and I'll take that one right there." And I was showing him on the video chat. I was like, "Dude, this is your Christmas present," and he went nuts. He loved that fucking hat. So that hat is right now on top of his box. But obviously, when we switch him, we'll put it next to him or something. But yeah, he loved that fucking hat. Brother share things, not just clothes. Yeah. There's some pretty wild memories. That dude would do shit that would just make me like go, "Damn, Jay, what the fuck?" And he'd do it just to get a rise out of me. Like, oh my God, he knew where my buttons were, and he'd push them like. He would drink this rye. It was, oh God, it was like battery acid, bleach, and ammonia it was horrible. Like, he gave me a shot of this, and I honestly thought my insides were liquefying. It was the most horrible shit I've ever tasted my whole life. Well, I would get up at like 8 a.m. or whatever, and he's already up, and he goes, "Hey, come here," and he goes to the freezer and starts cracking this open and drinking it out of the bottle. I'm like, "Oh my God, what the hell is wrong with you?" He's like, "Oh, come on, hair of the dog." I'm like, "No, that's like crack of the ass. What the fuck are you drinking that for? It's disgusting." Oh my God. And he knew it would give me shivers. He'd do that shit on purpose. Oh my God. He, if he knew you had a button, man, he was all over it. And then Kareen was telling me that she was watching TV, and all of a sudden the TV turns off. So she turns it back on, and she's watching, and the TV goes off. She turns it back on. And then she's watching, and TV goes off. She goes, "All right, Jay, quit fucking around." She turned the TV back on, and it went off one last time, and then it didn't do it anymore. So, yeah, we've both had our moments where we felt like Jay's fucking with us. I felt like that smiley face in the clouds was him, and then of course he's got to harass her because that's just what they did. It's what made them work. But yeah, God, it was funnier than hell. He was nuts, man. And God, if he could embarrass you, if he had an opportunity to embarrass you, oh, he was all over it. God, I'd say I don't know how Kareem, I don't know how Kareem didn't hit him over the head with a ball bat or something long ago. Oh Jesus, he at one point in time, him and Kareem were in a grocery store, and they're getting ready to cash out, and Jay starts going into this retard mode of like, "I'm gonna check out the groceries," and she, oh my God, she's telling me about this, and I'm like, "How did you not just walk away?" She was like, "I needed the groceries." So yeah, man, he was a fucking nut, but God, he was fun. Does she have any help with it? Yeah, she she's trying to get back, the same we all are. What is today? I think she goes back to work on Tuesday. She was gonna go back earlier, but I think by the time came for her to go, she realized she was not ready yet. So I want to say I think it's Tuesday that she's gonna go back to work, and then she's gonna work a couple of shorter shifts with people, and then try to reacclimate herself back into being able to handle everything by herself. But it's been literally nonstop phone calls and messages and people stopping by. And so it's, and it's just been very overwhelming. So she's still trying to kind of find some sort of middle ground that she feels like she can stand on without falling off the edge. FJT, what happened? His liver completely shut down. There was nothing left of it, and then his kidney shut down, and everything was shutting down, and it just went very bad immediately. I had talked to him that day, and that night, Kareem called and said he's in ICU. I'm like, I just talked to him. He was doing okay. And he by the time he got to ICU, it wasn't 16 hours later, and it was over. I mean, it was just that fast. The nurses told Kareem that the only thing that was keeping him alive was the blood pressure medication, and he was in. All he would do is groan because he was in nonstop pain. Even with all the pain meds, he was still in tremendous pain. So they realized that if they stop the blood pressure medication, it's going to be pretty much instant. And it was. By the time they turned off the blood pressure medication and the oxygen, I don't think it was a couple of minutes. And luckily, Orchidelia was there. and got to talk to Jay for me because I was on the phone with her. So at least I got a chance to talk to him that way. And so I didn't get to say it in person, but I got, at least I got it through. So it's been, I've drank a lot of alcohol. In the time I was at the house, I probably drank more hard alcohol in 3 days than I would have consumed in a month. And you guys have been with me when I party. You know, I can drink a lot, and it was way above that. I mean, the night I was drinking the fish bowls, it made that look like a starter kit compared to what I did at the house. And so I realized like I got to get back on the road and get to work, or I'll be in the hospital next. You can't keep that up. So, but night is the worst. You know, I could be gone all day and I was all right. But when nighttime came, I felt like the only way I could handle it was to just get completely blistered ass drunk. And so that's where I stayed. And when I talked to Corrine, she was like, yeah, I follow that same path. So yeah, it's been rough. But I'm kind of using my birthday as something to look forward to. Not just the birthday. I mean, the birthday will be, you know, great and all, but like I'm looking forward to getting up there. And Corrine and I have worked it out that when I get up there, I'm going to immediately buy some Molson and probably bring Dee over there with me, and we'll drink Molson together with Jay and just bring up a lot of the crazy shit that he'd do. And then something that we never got to do that we wanted to do, but he couldn't physically do it, is I never got to take him in the Mustang. And I wanted so desperately to do that. I wanted to take Jay in the Mustang, go drifting, and crank up the system and everything, and I just couldn't do it. So when I get there, I'm gonna put his racing box that I've got him and put him in the car and strap him in, and we're gonna tear up Canada for a minute. So I'm looking forward to that too. Hope you got that part out of you. Oh yeah, glad you're able to talk to us about it. It takes balls. Yeah, it's one of those things where it's like, you know, after I lost my daughter, I pretty much just shut the whole channel down for a long time. And I didn't want to do that with Jay. You know, Jay, I feel like Jay would have kicked my ass if I did that. So I was like, no, I don't want to do that, but I need at least a few days to get enough sanity that I can even go live and talk about it. So that's kind of where the break came in. John Wife, who's a nurse, said at the end, people have a short time of feeling good and normal, then it's the end of, yeah. Give you one last run of happiness. Yeah. That's exactly what it was. It was so fast. It was just ridiculous. When they said they were going to stop the blood pressure medication, I figured, okay, it'll take some time and give me time to go. But there was no time. It was like a scratchy ticket. It was done. Literally, Vaughn was texting me as everything was happening. And she's like, they turned it off. And I swear to God, by the time I read that message, the next message popped up that said he's gone. It was that quick. Oh, yeah, it was nuts. Oh, my lights are dying. I need to replace the batteries in the lights. Oh, so let's see here. I had 2 friends that died. I know what it's like. Oh, and my dog. Yeah, Jesus Christ. I've had, as you guys know, I took Misty to a vet while I was on the road. It was like $800 to get her seen, but whatever. So I got her seen. When I went back to the house, I took her back to the vet, to my vet, to have her double checked. And they went ahead and did a bunch of extra tests, and they gave her any shots that she needed and got her medicine, yada, yada. So she got checked twice within like a month. So in the past month, I've knocked out right at $1,400 worth of vet bills. But I can't lose her. Like I've lost enough. I need some time. Like if people and friends and shit will just quit fucking dying, give me a minute to get my shit back together, I'd appreciate it. Honk tube, lifelong friend died of cancer a few months ago. Made it to 39. Jesus Christ. You know, that's another thing that freaked me out is Jay was only 3 years older than I am right now. And I'm getting ready to turn 50. So 2 years. So he was only 52. And I'm getting ready to turn 50 in July. You know, it's like, that's just insane. Like how the hell did he get that sick? It's crazy. As a Billy Joel fan, yeah, only the good die young. Yeah, I'm very familiar with that tune. I lost my first girlfriend at 2.5 years old. I lost a lot of friends in high school. She had a chance for it to be miserable unlike them. Yeah, well, yeah, it's crazy. You know, as you get older, all of a sudden, like, people are just dropping, and you're like, what happened? You know, uh, it's weird. Like, you know, I've heard people talk about it, but until you go through it, it's really bizarre. Like, you know, a lot of people that I used to know are gone. It's like, wow, that's really fucked up. You know, once you've done what you were out on earth to do, that's when you're taken. Yeah, yeah, I've heard that. All falls to shit at 50. I've heard that too. But John, if you lost Misty and Jay in the same week, yeah, no, yeah, that's 100% true. Yeah, if I'd have lost, if anything happened to Misty, it'd have been, yeah. There's a reason why she's a registered ESA. You know, J-Pole, imagine all the veterans with pets who can't afford to take care of them and for the care. Yeah, that's messed up. Misty has gotten me through a lot. You know, I lost my daughter with Misty, went through the whole breakup thing with Misty, now Jay with Misty. Like, I have absolutely tested her fur to water ratio to see what it'll hold from tears. I mean, it's crazy, but and she just knows. Like, it's not like I call her to, you know, come and sit with me or anything. Like, she won't leave my side. She's just immediately, her head's always right here. You know, even if I get angry or whatever, she'll do the same thing to just try and chill me out. But yeah, if I'm upset, man, she will not leave my side. Aardvark, I'm not sure what 65 is. Wait, what is that? Back in chat, been listening the entire time. What great memories of Jay. We all loved him. Glad to hear you're getting back to normal. I'm working on it. Yeah. Yeah. St. Patty's Day. When is that? Hell, I don't even remember when the hell that is. That it can't be right now, is it? No, surely not. When the hell is it? Looking for a calendar. There we go, calendar. It's the 17th. Okay. So the 17th will be, you know, one of the cool things that I've gotten a chance to do was when I lived in Chicago, they actually turned the lake there green. And it's cool, man. I mean, there's booze everywhere. But man, you want to talk about a party. I don't think I'd want to do it now, but back in the day, it was, you know, people actually just went to party and have a good time. Now there's like guns and people getting shot everywhere. I'm like, no, I'm good. Misty put in overtime. Yeah. Yeah, she has, and yeah, she's gotten a lot of treats. Wanda E, how you doing? Appreciate it. Yeah, yeah, it does take a little bit of time, and you know, uh, I'll get there. It's just, and hopefully, doing videos and shit, it'll all be good. John, a dog is cheaper than a lizard. No, I don't do that shit, man. Look, lizards creep me the fuck out. Like, I don't understand how people are like, oh, it's so cute and cuddly. Like, no, that's not, no, no. You know what they're meant to do? Scamper the fuck away. Like, you're not supposed to, you're not supposed to keep them as pets. And the people that stay at my place, they've got like 3 or 4 of them. Well, they got the bearded dragon, and they got a couple others. And I'm like, oh my god, I don't understand it. There was a shooting at Six Flags over Georgia. Wow, that's not too god awful far from where I'm at. I go past that all the time. As a matter of fact, uh, there's a place we deliver to that's right there. You have to get off the exit for Six Flags, and it's just past the entrance. There's a street directly across from where the entrance is, and you go down, and we deliver right there. So we go by that all the time. It's nuts. Oh, Kimberly Sweet's birthday is coming up. Okay, holy crap. Losing friends is hard. Yeah, yeah, that's for sure. Yeah, McGregor, I appreciate it, man. Yeah, it's been tough. Kimberly, I don't. My head's not really all together there yet. When exactly is your birthday? Because I keep seeing the early birthdays and I don't know. So it's obviously coming soon. You must have said it or something, but I missed it. Fat Finger 60 this year, Aardvark? Oh my God. March birthdays. Yeah. I stopped celebrating them on the 12th anniversary of my 39th birthday. Wait. uh, wouldn't that make you 52, 51, 39, 49, 50, 51? Yeah. McGregor, happy to come behind you. March the 7th. Oh, shit. Okay. So, yeah, we're coming up on that quick. Tell us today, the 3rd. Wow. Yeah, Jim, I haven't heard of that either. I didn't know, so I'm not exactly sure. Uh, do you talk to yeah, Lisa? No, I I haven't in a while. As a matter of fact, I came across him accidentally when I was in the convoy that was going to Eagle Pass, Texas. We stopped and he was in that convoy, and I happened to run into him, so I saw him there. But since then, I haven't seen him or heard from him. He did send me a text message when Jay passed, so I did get a chance to say thanks and all. But uh, as far as like talking like this or anything, now it's been a minute. God, my lights look so bad. I don't want to. I got. Okay, so you guys know I'm OCD, right? And like knowing that those lights are real dim is absolutely killing me. Like I just want to grab the batteries and change the batteries in the lights. Like it's killing me. Oh, they look terrible. Normally they're real bright and stuff, but man, the batteries are shy. They weren't. It didn't look that bad when I turned them on originally. Oh, it's killing me. God, I'm gonna have to start the truck and get some air in here. It's sweltering. I don't know what the hell happened to winter. I think I've had maybe 2 cold days, maybe 3 cold days the whole winter. Like I've got this thing right here is a massive closet, okay? And it's stacked all the way to the top, full of hoodies and sweaters and pants. And I think I've worn maybe 4 of them, and that's it. It's like, what the hell happened to winter? Sir Kimberly, we 65 this Thursday. Oh wow! Put that in your calendar. Holy crap! Fun facts. Yeah, wow. She might be turning 65, but if you ever hang out with her, that is not what age you would think you're hanging out with. She's, yo, this is a chick that likes to party. Watch Orchidea in Aruba. Yeah, I actually tried to do that earlier today, and the volume was messed up, and it kept going in and out, and so I didn't get a chance to see it. And I hadn't really been watching much of anything, just kind of trying to get myself back, and so I knew she was there. I knew everything was going on, and just having a hard time getting myself back into it. The lights are fine. Yeah, I don't know about all that, but appreciate it, Lisa. Yeah, I don't know. It's just like the lights are like my thing. You know, we have the blinky lights going, and it's like now it just looks like a warning sign, like stop before you proceed. And normally, you know, it's green and purples and all kinds of cool shit. And then the other lights, if you'll recall, I had lights on the top and the bottom. So I had to remount the lights up top because the glue just was crap. So I was using some super glue and mounting them back up. And when I go to turn them back on, they wouldn't work. I don't know what the deal was, but so I had to rip those out, and I've ordered new lights. But yeah, I'm telling you, I'm having a rough time with my lighting situation. I've got to get my shit together. We're gonna pay for the nice winter. Oh yeah, I'll bet it's gonna be hotter than ball. Oh my god. Yeah, Aardvark, I'm gonna sleep under an ice blanket or some shit. I'm about 2 hours out of Tahoe. Oh yeah, yo Jim. Yeah, now Tahoe has seen like, what was it, 6 feet of snow, and California had 190-mile-an-hour winds. Look, I've driven Wyoming millions of times. Wyoming, Montana, these are two of the states that really bring pretty consistent winds. I've driven 80, 90 mile an hour, even 100 mile an hour gusts. And it's tricky, but if you've got some weight in the trailer and you're on it, you can keep it going. You have to really be paying attention, because if a gust comes, it can catch you, and if you overcorrect, that's what causes you to flip, because it causes a whip effect on the trailer. And if that trailer whips and the weight shifts, the truck is going to follow the trailer because it's attached by the fifth wheel. So it takes some experience of getting used to driving in winds like that. But 190 miles an hour, I have never, ever experienced a wind like that. I don't know how anything would have been standing with a wind gust like that. That's just insane. So, wow. Yeah, I actually had to read it twice because I thought maybe I misread the article. I was like, I didn't even know that 109. I mean, I know 190 will come in a tornado. That's an F3. But as like just a wind? No. Wow, that's power. My dog Poppy is the same way. She knows when I'm right. Yeah, McGregor. And that's what makes Misty so unique, because I've never experienced that. Misty is the very first dog I've ever had that's like, we're together all the time, and I raised her from a puppy, and I've just never really had that. I had an experience like that with a bird one time, well, a couple of times, but like a dog, totally different scenario. And you know, I used to be the guy that thought, okay, you need a dog to be chill, take a pill and relax, you know. But now that I have Misty, no, there's no pill that gives you that level of comfort like a dog does. It's just you have to be able to have had something like that to understand it. It's a very unique situation. Donner's Pass. Okay, yeah, I'm very familiar with Donner's Pass. I've been up and down that sumbitch hundreds of times. Same area where the convoy had to park because of the high winds. Okay. Not sure why you remember that. Yeah, I've gone up and down Donner's Pass tons of times. That weather is just totally normal. Nothing to see here. Weather manipulating, working overtime. Yeah, this has been nuts though. 190 mile per hour winds is F4. Okay, I thought 190 was F3. Okay, maybe it is F4. Now F5 I think is above that, because at F5 you've maxed out the Fujita scale. Child spirits, or yeah. Still not the same. Ron, with kids, it's a very different situation because they talk back, and with Misty, she's just quiet and just does what she needs to do. There's I don't have to respond. It's great. I prefer the dog. Talking 50, been retired a few years, like working at home doesn't count, right? Hawken, I did not realize you worked from home. If I had to work from home, I would, you guys know me, I would absolutely lose my shit. I'm somebody that likes to be on the go. Even when I'm not working, I want to be on the go. I want to be doing something, going somewhere, seeing something new, meeting new people. It's what makes this whole channel work for me, because I get a chance to do that, and it's totally awesome. And like March the 20th, I want to remind you guys, March the 20th through the 24th, I will be in Louisville, Kentucky, and we are going to launch OTR Passport at that truck show. So if you're on here, I will put reminders on the community post that none of that is going to be on this channel. Everything will be being done on OTR Passport. So there's going to be lives, there's going to be videos. I'm going to show you guys all the trucks. I'm taking the drone with me, so I'm going to do some drone videos. It's going to be a lot of fun. And at nighttime, there's a lot of booze and bands and all kinds of shit. So yeah, y'all know I like to party. So definitely going to get down with that. Semi driver was, yeah, I saw that, Ray. And what I didn't know until yesterday was that was a female driver. I thought I had read a report and it was a male driver. I didn't know it was a female driver. So yeah, holy shit. That was a nutty situation. How she even got pinned like that. I mean, do you realize the luck factor that had to be with her? There was somebody watching over this woman, because the way that thing got stuck in between the bridge support and the cross member is a fucking miracle. She should not have made that. It is absolutely insane that it stuck the way it did. That rescue was just wow. I can remember stopping at the rest area at the top of Donner's Pass. Yeah, the snow was high at the top of the trailer. Yeah. Rest area was totally buried. Yeah, I've done that tons of time. Wyoming has got to be probably one of the worst. So if you've never been across I-70, I-80, I-90, Wyoming actually has railroad drop, like when you go to cross a railroad and trains coming, those arms come down. Okay, Wyoming has those on the interstate. And so if the snow reaches a point where they feel like it's too dangerous to drive, they will shut down the interstate. And that's where you sit, which is why, if you ever go to truck driving school, or you're going to get your CDLs, they will tell you, if you're going to be an over-the-road driver, when winter comes, you have to have a fully stocked truck and expect that at any moment you're going to sit in the middle of the interstate for days at a time. You do not want to be caught without fuel, without a way to heat in case your truck stops. There's just a lot of tricks of the trade that you learn as you drive, but it's wild. I actually, I had my ex-wife with me at one point in time, and we were driving to Maryland, and they had experienced a winter storm unlike anything they had ever experienced before. And they shut us down on I-95 in Maryland. And we sat there, oh my God, for probably 2 or 3 days. She had a cam boot on because she had foot surgery. But luckily, again, I had a TV, I had PlayStation, I had full tanks, when I'm rolling out west or in the winter, I won't let my tanks drop below half, because if you do get stopped, you want at least half tanks, because even if you don't run the truck consistently, you can run it for 15, 20 minutes, kill it, wait another 15, 20 minutes, and run a stagger start program like that. And you can last for days like that. Or you could run it nonstop and you'll probably run out in probably 3, 4, something like that. So I always like to have them full. And the newer trucks like this one, you don't even have to get up to turn the key on and off anymore. This truck has a program where you tell it what you want the temperature to be in the truck. Then as the temperature drops either, I think it's 3 degrees or 4 degrees below or above that, it will then start itself, get the temperature where it's supposed to be, and then turn itself off. So in this truck, with half tanks, you could probably last 2 weeks, because it literally just runs long enough and then it shuts off. Now, if the weather were so severe, obviously it would start and stop a lot more frequently, but it doesn't use much fuel. It's very, very minimal. The newer trucks now are so dialed in for that kind of thing to conserve fuel, especially now with the cost of fuel being absolutely absurd. One of the things I had talked about was I want to get a camper, an RV, but I don't want it Misty. I don't want it to be diesel. I want it to be gas. First of all, gas is cheaper. If it does break down, a gas motor is a hell of a lot easier to work on and a lot less expensive. So they have these RVs where it has like a van front end, but then the RV is like a full RV. It has the shower, the bathroom, the big bed, everything. But it's gas. And I'm like, yeah, that's what I want. I don't want DEF. I don't want diesel. I don't want none of the bullshit. Just give me a nice gas RV, and I'm not going to do it anytime soon. I'm probably going to wait 2-3 years and then look at doing it, and hopefully get it to Larry and have it wrapped with the OTR passport and everything. But when I do, it'll definitely be gas. Ray saw a pic of that. Oh, okay, cool. OTR, that's crazy technology in a semi, but the fuel conservation makes sense. Oh yeah, you have to now. Diesel is anywhere, depending on what part of the U.S. you're in, you're going to spend anywhere between, let's say, $4.30 to what? I know out in parts of Cali, it's like $5.85, $5.90. Oregon has super high diesel. So yeah, it's somewhere in that range between, let's call it $4.50 and $6 is your maximum. But still, when you're talking about 200 gallons, add that up. It's ridiculous, and so the last thing you want to do is piss that away idling while you're waiting for the roads to clear. And trust me, if you've ever been on 70, 80, or 90, this is a very long stretch of road. And if everything is backed up and sitting on the interstate, it's not like they're able to clear that. So that entire section where everybody's sitting is still going to be shit. So you've got to then clear out what's in front of them and get them to roll far enough beyond that to then clear out the section they were sitting at. So it's crazy. It's just crazy. I was unaware diesel was still that high. Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. It's still way over $4 a gallon. So at any rate, I'm hoping to make this this spoof video soon. It'll take me a little bit because there's a lot of shots that I've got to get, and in order to do that, I've got to be able to be somewhere where I'm not going to be seen so much. I need to kind of be on my own. I didn't realize so many people would come up, and that doesn't bother me. Obviously, I enjoy meeting people, so it's cool when they come up. It's just when I'm trying to shoot, it makes it a lot more difficult to try to get things done when everyone's so interested. And I get it, because before I did it, I would have been the same way. I'd be like, oh, hey, you got a YouTube channel? How does that work? If you don't have one, it's wild. You want to you want to talk to somebody who's been doing it for a while. It's, you know, if you're interested in that kind of thing, and find out what's it like, how do you do it, how long does it take to get money from it, yada yada yada. I can tell you how long it takes for them to take your money. It was 2 weeks. I went from making money to not making money in 2 weeks. Okay, I thought that was a new post. It's not. All right, so yeah, that's all it takes to get stripped. So hopefully OTR Passport isn't going to be controversial. It's just traveling and meeting people. So if I am lucky enough to get to a point where I can get monetized again, hopefully I won't lose the channel. So I'll keep all of my psychotic shit on this channel, and then the OTR Passport, I'll try to be much more careful with how I go about doing things so I don't get demonetized again. Yeah, that was nuts, man. They shut down so many channels, and then I found out that Oreo and all these other guys apparently had their channels shut down because they went to the border and they were showing a bunch of stuff at the border and talking about hunting Mexicans or something. And I was like, wait, what? So apparently their channels got shut down. I don't know if that's still the case, but apparently that happened. So, wow. Need to get a motorhome for OTR Passport. Yes, that's exactly what I'm going to do. The traveling asshole on the side. Yeah, I'd probably better not do that. I'm going to assume that the DOT and the Highway Patrol would love to pull me over for some sort of grievance. I mean, the woke community will probably come after me with guns drawn. Are you going to go to the Hootenanny Convoy in November? I don't know. That's a little too far out. Right now, I have the truck show in March, and then I have my birthday. The very last day of July, I think, is going to be when I leave to go up to Canada because I want to spend a couple days with Kareen, and then I got to meet Vaughn there, Orcadelia there, and then I think Orcadelia is taking us both to where the party is. I need to double check that, but I think that's how it's supposed to go. So beyond that, I'm not exactly sure what I'm going to do. Taking money. How would YouTube take other than their portion? Okay, so J-Pole, let me explain that. So YouTube has their like super stickers and stuff like that, okay? Where if you're monetized, you can say, here's a $5 donation to your channel, good luck. And then you're blown up and you're highlighted and you're put on top, okay? They run the program, but it's actually Google that is dealing with the money aspect of that. YouTube gets 30% of whatever your total is, but Google is actually the one that sends you the check. So when they demonetized me, they kept everything, period. They sent me one check, and then they kept, I want to say, probably a little over $4,500. So it's still there. I never got it. But yeah, they control all of the money that actually goes to YouTube and to the YouTubers that are doing it. First Responder and Oreo. Okay, all right. Oh, and Big D. That's right. That's right. And Big D. Okay, I remembered Oreo and First Responder. It was Big D that I couldn't remember. That truck was wild. Yeah, yeah. Got pulled over for having a hot car. Wait, what? Do you mean like hot car like it's a Corvette, or like hot car like it was stolen? Because there's two very different meanings for the word hot. You need to be a lot more detailed with your descriptions, bro. They were banned. Yeah, are they still banned? Because I know they were trying to fight that, but I tried to fight being demonetized and it was pointless. So here's oh my God, this necklace is driving me nuts. So here's a word of advice. If you get demonetized from Google or YouTube, or I mean like shut down, if you try to appeal that decision, it goes to an algorithm that sends you an automated response via text or whatever, or email. The message that you get is automatically generated. It is not from a real person. So you're trying to appeal your verdict to a computer. You're not actually being checked out by someone who is going to review what's happened and why. So I would be very surprised if they're back on, and if they're still monetized. I highly doubt it, just from what I learned after everything I went through with the Convoy. How do you, it's not modified, it's monetized. But you will eventually reach 1,000 subscribers, and then they will say you are now able to be monetized, and you can fill out all the forms, and it's a hell of a process. I'll be real honest with you. When I had Speedy as a channel manager, she actually went through all of that and did it all for me, because at that point I couldn't do it. I didn't have the time. I was driving the Convoy, I was trying to do this and that and the other. So she took care of everything for me. Well, 2 weeks later, they sent me a thing that says, you're demonetized, you've broken the rules, and you can apply to, ask us to review it, yada, yada. So Speedy tried all that. It was pointless. They are not back. Oh, they're not back yet. Okay, cool. Slater, thank you. Yeah, I kind of figured, because I'm telling you, you're not appealing to a person. It's a computer. It's not going to happen. The only way you restart is if you start a new channel. You can start a new channel, but they do that for a reason, because a lot of the time, after many years, a lot of the people who have subbed to you are still subbed, but they don't really watch. So the numbers are really skewed. Not only that, but YouTube screws with your numbers. At one point, I was at like 16.5, and then I was at 14.3, and then I went to 10, and then I went to 12. They screw with the numbers constantly. The numbers are never consistent. So if you watch the numbers and you rely on that, you will drive yourself nuts. It's not worth it. You either do it because you enjoy it or you don't. But if you count on this, you can be screwed at any time. Anytime. They will shut you down if they just think that you've done something weird, even if you haven't. It doesn't matter. That's why so many people are switching to Kick, which we are actually working on trying to get launched so that I can be on here and Kick at the same time. So that's something that Dee's working on. Hopefully we can get that worked out in the next couple weeks. But yeah, it'll be cool if I can get on Kick. To my knowledge, YouTube still makes 45. It was 30. When I was doing the Convoy, it was 30%. So if it's at 45 now, I believe you. I don't know. I haven't been monetized in so long. I truly don't know. So it could be. But it was 30% for a fact when I was doing it. I have no idea, Jim Thurkill, where either one of those people are. Speedy had won her lawsuit, and so she had gotten quite a bit of money at one point, and they bought an SUV, and then they were traveling, and so I haven't heard from them in a really long time. I don't know. And as far as Scooby, I haven't heard from her. We fixed her roof, and that was kind of, it wasn't much longer after that I hadn't heard from her either. Of course, once my daughter died, I lost my shit. I didn't want to hear from anybody. I just wanted to be left the hell alone. That was one of the hardest things I've ever had to deal with. You should not have to bury a 16-year-old child. It's just fucking miserable. Ottawa Scotty put it in recent video. 1967 was Canada's last idyllic hero. Huh. Well, I am finally going to get a chance to meet this guy. He is going to be playing at my birthday party. So I'm very excited I finally get a chance to meet this guy. Larry Burke, Fry TV, introduced me to Kick. It's a new platform that a lot of the YouTubers are going to because it's not scrutinized the way YouTube is. So you can do, it was actually started because Twitch was becoming such a piece of crap. So they started Kick. Well, then people from YouTube were catching on to it, and so now they're switching. So what we're trying to do is get on the Kick and be able to run from Kick and YouTube simultaneously for a while, and hopefully get people over to Kick. So it's a whole new thing. I'm still not familiar with it. We are signed up on it, but I'm not sure how I actually televise to it, because when you're using StreamYard, there's these little bubbles that you can tap on what you want to stream to. And I have 2 of them now. I had 3 when I did Rumble, but Rumble became a mess. So we're hoping to get the Kick one up there so that I can do multi-streaming to both platforms. There are so many other platforms than YouTube. How the heck do you choose one? Yeah, Jay, and that's J-Pole. That's actually kind of the cool thing about it. When you use StreamYard, you can stream to multiple platforms. I haven't looked in a while, but I can check. I don't remember exactly how many different platforms StreamYard is synced with, but I want to say it's quite a few. So that makes it really cool, because when you can stream across multiple platforms, the only downside to that is that, let's say you're on Kick, you're not going to be able to see the comments that are coming from YouTube and vice versa. So although, yes, you can stream across multiple platforms, only those who are on the platform that they're watching on, they can only see the comments from those people. You'll not catch it from the other platforms. So that makes it kind of weird. And I wish they could integrate that, because that, I don't understand why you would single out the others. You want to be able to read all of the comments, not just some of them. So that's kind of weird. Oilers fan, have a good night, bud. Take care. Heard them last time I was up in Ottawa. That's cool. Yeah, I'm going to get a chance to hear them for the first time and meet them up at Stephanie Berry's place. So, and Stephanie Berry, I also want to mention her. She called me several times in the last few days to just check and see how I was doing. So I know she's not here right now, but that was pretty cool. I had a lot of people call that know my number and know me, and so yeah, it was really cool to know that so many people were wanting to make sure I hadn't gone off the rails, because it was pretty close there. It was touch and go for a minute. You get to drinking that much booze, and you can do, when you're that hammered, stupid shit sounds like a much better idea. You know what I mean? Like when you're sober, you're like, no, wouldn't do that. But when you're drunk, you're like, yeah, I think I can pull that off. Deb's Crazy Daily. Hello, TR StreamYard currently supports streaming to Facebook, LinkedIn, YouTube, Twitter, and Twitch. Okay. Deb's Crazy Daily. Thank you so much. I hadn't looked in a really long time. So that's awesome. I wish Kick was a part of that. That kind of sucks, but oh well. At least now I know. But, speaking of which, though, one of them is Twitter. I am now on Twitter, so I will let Dee know that that's a possibility. So if we can get Twitter on here, I'll multi-stream from X and here at the same time and see how it goes. How is Stephanie? Haven't seen in a while. She actually... When she called, she was like, hey, you want to drink some more? And I'm like, at the time she called, I was so fucking trash. I was like, nope, I'm good. I think I'm going to pass out. Mark Mueller, how you doing? I'm hanging in there, man. I'm hanging in there. I appreciate it. David Thompson, good seeing you back. Just got back from Hagerstown at Harper's Ferry. That's cool, David. David's another one that was sending me a lot of messages, emails. How you doing? You all right? You know, have you driven off the cliff yet? So, yeah, David, I appreciate it, man. Thanks. Stephanie Berry is very busy. Yeah, she's always doing something. She's into a lot. Potomac River and Shenandoah River was raging. Oh, wow. Mark, I appreciate it, bud. Yeah, like I said, it's been nuts, but honestly, I'm glad I'm back doing what I do. I'm in my own zone now, so I deliver this load at 7 a.m. and then I'm assuming they'll probably be able to find me something else. I actually so I decided to go back to work Thursday night. So I actually drove to where I parked my trailer, and I slept there thinking, okay, Friday morning, I'll get a load and be gone. So Friday morning came, and about 11:30, I finally called. I said, hey, do we have a load or whatever? Because I'm sitting here, I'm ready to go. Turned out there was nothing available. So I didn't actually get a load until Saturday. So I drove from my place to Ringgold, Georgia, Ringgold to Montgomery, Alabama, Montgomery, Alabama to here. So I was done Saturday night. So that's why I thought, cool, I'll take Sunday and do a live from the mall. Well, clearly that was a massive fail. But then I figured, well, hell, I'm not going to leave now. I'm here. Let me see what I can get done. So luckily that ended up working out great. That finding the cologne and getting the massage and the Mexican, it turned out to be a good time. I wished I could have lived it, especially the massage, because man, this little dude was awesome. I don't know what his name is. He didn't understand me, and I didn't understand him, but we both knew that I was a happy camper. He managed to knock out knots that were way down in there. I'm pretty sure at one point in time his elbow was somewhere near the back of my balls. It was wild how deep he got his elbow from my back. Missy, of course, forgot. I love that. Oh yeah, she's over here passed out. Good man, consider you a friend. Hey David, I appreciate that, man. Yeah, truly adore Jay. Yeah, man, fucking miss him something terrible. Can ever help you? You have my number. Yeah, David, I do. I appreciate it, buddy. Yeah, I don't know. I tried to call Dee before I went on, and I tried to send her a message letting her know that I'm going live, and I don't know. I don't know if she's at her parents or if she's out or what, but I wasn't able to get a hold of her. Occasionally that happens, and I just have to get myself set up and call it a day. Yes, as a matter of fact, Mark, I got a chance. Orchidelia was actually on the live when I was in the mall for the very short time that happened. But yeah, her live was all screwed up because of going swimming with her electronics. So she came on to mine. I didn't realize she was live at that point because I had tried to watch her and I thought her stream ended. But apparently, I guess it went on for a minute, but then she ended up coming on mine. So I got a chance to say hi. I haven't actually had a chance to talk to her since she went to Aruba, but I'm not going to call her, she's in, oh my God, she's in fucking Aruba. So I was like, yeah, I don't want to bring that down. I was like, nah, I'll wait till she gets back and then I'll talk to her. Trust me, she went through a lot. So what she's doing now is absolutely necessary to clear her head. So I don't want to muddle it with any of my crap. Oop, Jake breaks one off. Mark, no need to worry about missing the live earlier. It was a complete fail. I was live for I don't know, maybe 20 minutes to 30 minutes. And then one of the super mall cops came up and shut my stream down. They're like, you can't do it here. This is private property. I'm like, okay. So that was the end of that. So that's why I figured I'll go on live tonight and talk to you guys and see how everybody's doing. What did they tell you in the mall? Yeah, he just told me it was private property and I couldn't stream. He came at me like he was gonna try to hit me or something. I was just standing there. I was like, go for it. Fuck, I don't give a shit. It makes you feel better. Go for it. I mean, I'm gonna stand up, but so I was just waiting to see what he was gonna do. But then he was just like, I need you to turn this off as private property. Appreciate you. I'm like, okay, whatever. So it's done. So yeah, that was fun. Storm Chaser. What did you do now? I went live from the mall and pissed off the local super security guards at the Augusta Mall. The practice room. They do that because the mall and school shootings being streamed. No way, really. You know what? Practice room. That never occurred to me. But you would think if a shooting were to happen, would you rather there be a lot of video going on that you could then gather and use for evidence? Or would you rather not have any video and not know who the fuck just shot all these people? Let's be smart about this. I mean, I know injecting intellectual property into retarded people is going to be impossible. But if you just use a little bit of common sense, doesn't it make more sense to have a lot of video that you could review? Wait, there was 100 people there. That's public property. Yeah. No, the mall is on private. The mall owns the property and the building. Therefore, it's private property. That's good, John. He'd been for. Oh yeah, David. It'd have been a whole new video if hands would have happened. Luckily, he just wanted to look badass before he opened his mouth. So I can handle that. That's fine. You don't have much luck. Yeah, you know what, Ray, you're right. Although I do have one video. I think I was in Texas. I was in Texas. I was at the Texas Mall. And I videoed the whole damn time, and nobody ever said shit to me. The shooters have been live streaming it. Yeah, that's why I don't know. I couldn't imagine wanting to go in to shoot somebody and then holding a gun and the phone at the same time. That's wild. I didn't know they'd live streaming that. That's wild. So practice room, learn something new, dude. I was not aware of that. Why do you think they call them rent-a-cops? Yeah, exactly, Storm Chaser. Yes, the more cameras and evidence, the better. Yeah, you would think. John, you ran into Paul Blart. Yeah, except it different tone. But regardless, I wasn't there to start shit. I've already got enough going on in my life. So I was like, you know what? Whatever. I'll do an after dark and hang out with everybody then. I was like, you know, I'm down for some Diet Pepsi. Yeah, if you actually saw the movie Paul Blart Mall Cop, it was really not that great a movie. Like, I think he was doing very well with King of Queens and then started taking a lot of different roles. What was it? I Married Chuck and Larry or something like that, or where I think it was him that married Adam Sandler or something like that so that they could have a kid. They pretended they were gay. Was that him that did that? I don't know. It seemed like he just kind of decided to take whatever was offered. Christy. Hey, what's up, Christy? How you doing? I appreciate you stopping by. Just decided to do an after dark and just talk to everyone for a little bit. And, I'll eventually kill this, and then we're gonna hopefully have a decent day tomorrow. If I could get a good run tomorrow, I might even go live during the day, because that's what I wanted to do today, was be able to do like a day live and see who's around at that point. Now, mind you, it being Monday, it might kind of alter things, but I don't know. You guys know I never know what the hell I'm doing. They're really worried about there being evidence that can be used by the victims. Oh, in a liability case. Okay, you know what, Storm Chaser? That's a very valid point. But I want to bring this from another perspective. Let's say you're concerned that I'm going to come in and shoot a bunch of people and live stream it. Would you then send Paul Blart, the dark version, to come up like Billy Badass and tell me to stop recording? Don't you think if I'm going to shoot somebody, the first thing I'm going to do is shoot your rental cop, drop his dumb ass, and then continue on? Because at that point, I've just had a good start. Now I'm ready to continue. So if that's the case, you might want to have some training with your rental dicks and tell them, yeah, approaching them like you're the shit is probably not going to be the way to go. I married John and Larry. Oh, okay. I knew it was something like that. I thought it was, it was Chuck and Larry, you bastard. All right, Jim Thurko, you're fucking with me now. Agree, OTR, he did a better. Yeah, King of Queens was great. I loved King of Queens. Mark Garcia, Adam Sandler film. Adam Sandler is just a fucking baller. Dee doesn't like Adam Sandler, which blows my mind. I think she might be the only person on the planet that doesn't like Adam Sandler. His movies are awesome. He's fucking hilarious. I mean, he's the greatest Jew to ever live. Let's just call it that. I seen that why you can't live stream at a mall. Weird. Yeah. Chris, he was just dumb. Most security guards are not trained for hand-to-hand or firearm handling. Yeah, they're minimum wage. Exactly. Which is why if the purpose of being worried about a shooter coming in with a stream phone, you probably don't want to approach that guy like you're the shit, because he's going to drop you and then move on. But it's like she said, not trained, not, it's good. They just put a bunch of people that feel like they're the man, and then when they're no longer the man, now it's like, oh, we're sorry you lost whoever, our fault. We could have trained him, but we didn't. Storm Chaser Sandler, I'm number 2 with D. Wait, what? I have no idea what the hell that means. Lynn B, why were you stalking that woman in your mall stream? Wait, what? What woman did I stalk? Clearly I missed something. I'm going to have to watch the stream again, because I don't even remember there being a woman there. I mean, I'm sure there were, but I was showing the stores. I don't think I even kept the camera still for any amount of time. I was trying to show how big this fucking mall was. That was the goal at the time. Never cared for Adam Sandler. Oh, Jesus, Storm Chaser. You're depressing me. The woman with the baby? Oh, see, I don't remember that. I was looking at all the businesses, so I legitimately do not remember this. Now you're going to make me go and watch my own fucking video, figure out what the hell you're talking about. You were talking, or I was walking behind a woman, and she was in your stream almost every. I did not realize that. Seriously, now I'm good. After I kill this, I'm gonna go and watch it, because now I gotta see what the fuck you're talking about. I don't remember. I was honestly looking because I couldn't. I felt like I've been to that mall before, but I couldn't remember if I had been to this Augusta Mall. So when I first walked in, I felt like, okay, this is the first time I've been here. But then I started looking at the way the stores were laid out, and I felt like I had been there, but I'm not sure whether I was confusing it with another mall, because I will generally look for malls if I have time to lay over, because they'll have movie theaters or game rooms or something like that. Some sort of form of entertainment. Plus, I get exercise. So I like to find the malls. But I don't remember, but I'm going to look now. Lynn B, was it the semi-hot chick with the kid? Yeah, see, now y'all got me fucking dying now. I got to know. Because if she was a hot chick, now I'm going to have to, zoom in. Does she have a nice ass? Bring Scarred for 10 years. No shit, Aardvark. That's cool. You were stalking her. Fess up. Yeah, no. Lynn, I'm assuming kind of where I'm at with the whole woman thing. I'm really just not in that area of life anymore. Although I gotta admit, I had a really cool thing happen. I didn't do anything about it. I just kept driving. But while I was at home in my Mustang, there were these 2 girls in another sports car of some sort. And they came up alongside of me, and they start screaming and waving and laughing and like, we're on your channel. And I'm like, okay, cool. And I just took off, right? And then later I looked, and they posted a comment, we're behind your car. We subbed to your channel. I was like, that's so cool. I wasn't in the frame of mind to give a fuck at the time. But, now that I've, had a little bit of time to chill out, that was actually kind of cool. It's probably the wife of the security guard. Yeah, again, I don't remember it, but I will watch now. Not my type. No pecker. Oh, wow. Okay, well, there's that. I seen that. I thought he was focused in on her. Really? All right, you guys are fucking killing me. I don't remember this. But damn it. Yeah, I'm half tempted to just shut this damn thing down so I can go see this. Y'all are killing me. Besides, I got news for you. Let me make this abundantly clear right now. Even if, for some reason, I was like, ooh, hot chick, I would like to talk to her. Once I see the kid, I'm out, bro. No more kids. I don't want to be your baby daddy. I don't want to be your baby buddy. I am, no, I'm done. I'm old. I'm over kids. You know what the greatest thing about being 50 is? I'm a grandpa. You know what grandpas do? We play with them, we shake them, we fill them full of candy, and then we give them the fuck back. That's the best part of life. If I'd have known it was going to be this good being this old, I'd have done it a long time ago. Done. I don't. If you got kids, I'm not interested. If the little son of a bitch is 17, I don't care. Don't talk to me. I don't want to. I am done. I have done all the kid shit I can do. I like kids as long as they belong to other people. And then you hand it back and you leave. Holy shit. No. Done with that. Done. The baby was in her right arm. Yeah. Well, that tells you right now I was not looking. As soon as I saw the kid, it was a yeah. Never pay attention after that. I wouldn't even look back. It could have been Paris Hilton. And as soon as I see the kid, I'd have been like, crazy bitch, not interested. So, sure you didn't group her by mistake. No. If there's a kid, I'm telling you, it's an immediate, that's the first thing I search out. Is there something tagging along going, Mom? Then I'm like, no. He was clueless what was in front of him. She was young. Yeah, Christy, that's another thing. I'm not, I find that I can't talk to people that are younger than me. Not that it's not, fun for a little bit, but like to have, to try to develop some sort of relationship around that. I like knowing I can talk to somebody about things that they'll remember from when I was a kid because they were a kid at that point too. Like, I don't want to have to try to remember that, they're friggin' 20 years younger than I am, and now I have to figure out what the fuck was important to them when they were growing up. No. I need someone my own age. I'm really not into the younger shit. I can't. I want to be able to enjoy a conversation about all kinds of things. So, yeah, I've never really been into the whole younger girl. Older, to an extent, but definitely not younger. Oh my God, there's the Mutt. What's up, Mutt? I haven't seen you in a minute. Somebody was just asking me about you. Well, let me rephrase that. It's been a couple weeks, but there were a couple of people asking about how you were doing. I said, yeah, he was here not too long ago. His channel is up and running. So feel free to throw your channel up. I'm going to probably go to bed here in a minute anyway. I just wanted to have a quick moment to kind of address Jay and everything that was going on, and because it's been nuts. And also to let you know, remind you that March the 20th through the 23rd, I will be in Louisville, Kentucky. If you're anywhere near there, if you can come and meet me, let me know. Hit me up on otrsurvival@gmail.com. I will find a place where we can meet up and have some fun, because it's definitely going to be a dope party. There's the saying, OTR, I'm too old a cat to be screwed by a kitten. Okay, Kathy, that's fantastic. I love that. Mutt, still recovering from, or fro what? I'm guessing you're recovering from something. You need to record that no kid stuff. That's funny as heck. Best comedy. Yeah, no. J-Pole, that, unfortunately, I would love to tell you that that's just a comedy bit, but that is from the heart, okay? I meant every word of that. I can't do it anymore. Look, I am too old for kids. Yeah, there is so much energy when you're that little, and I don't have, I carry that energy after I've started drinking. And generally, if you're going to have kids, you're not supposed to develop energy in that manner. So it's better that I, I find someone who doesn't have kids and can generate that energy with me. Let's get drunk and let's get freaky. I'm out of here. Have a good night. Dorset Knob, take care, bud. I'll go ahead and bounce off out of here anyway. Chef Lady, it's okay, sweetie. I understand. I'm going to go ahead and kill it anyway. I just wanted to take a minute to say hi to everybody and say thank you for giving me a chance to kind of work through all this. And obviously, I'm still dealing with it, and it's going to take a little bit. I am going to try to do more lives and kind of get my groove back. It'll take me a little bit, but I'm gonna work on it. Oh shit. Okay, Mutt, still undergoing chemo. My God, brother, I am so sorry. Wow. You and Big Dogma should hook up, because man, that's something I can't even imagine. I've never. I can't even fathom what that must be like to go through. Jesus Christ, that's horrible. So, at any rate, much love to everybody. Thank you so much for hanging out. I will be back and watch for a fun video I'm going to be posting soon. I'll let y'all know when it gets close. I love you all. Have a great night. We'll see you soon. Bye-bye.